What would you do if the grocery store shelves were empty tomorrow? Supply chain problems, skyrocketing prices, and energy crises are all real-world issues many of us have already faced. Keeping an emergency food supply isn't about paranoia, it's about being smart. You keep a fire extinguisher in your home, hoping you'll never have to use it, and this is exactly the same principle. In this video, I'm going to show you 20 food products that practically never spoil. Some can last for 30 years, while others are essentially immortal. The final item on this list might just surprise you with its simplicity. Make sure you stay until the end, because that one product could literally save your life. Smart preparation gives you peace of mind. You know that no matter what happens, you and your family will have something to eat. The items you're about to learn about have sustained people through wars, famines, and natural disasters. They are simple, inexpensive, and available at any store. In fact, you probably have some of them in your kitchen right now. I chose these 20 products based on 3 key criteria. They must be able to last for years without refrigeration. They have to provide your body with real, meaningful nutrition, and they need to be versatile enough for many different recipes. Let's start with the absolute foundation of any emergency pantry. Number 20, white rice. This is one of the most reliable and cheapest food sources on the entire planet. When stored correctly, a trusted brand of white rice can last for over 30 years. That's 3 whole decades, which is longer than most of us will live in the same house. The secret lies in what white rice doesn't have. Brown rice contains natural oils that eventually go rancid and start to smell unpleasant. During processing, those oils are removed from white rice. All you have to do is put it in an airtight container with an oxygen absorber, keep it in a cool, dark place, and it will last for a lifetime. Its low moisture content, typically below 14%, means bacteria and mold simply can't grow. Rice is lightweight, easy to transport, and incredibly versatile. You can use it to make soups, main courses, salads, and even desserts. In times of war, it has been used as a form of currency for bartering, and during famines, it has saved entire communities. A 1-pound bag costs roughly $1 to $3 at Walmart or Target. But rice does more than just fill your stomach. A warm bowl of rice can give you a sense of normalcy, even when everything around you is falling apart. Number 19, salt. This is the oldest preservative in human history. For thousands of years, salt was more valuable than gold, and for very good reason. When kept in a dry place, salt never, ever spoils. It is one of the few products in the world with a literally infinite shelf life. Pure rock salt, mined from deposits that formed 250 million years ago, has no expiration date. The chemical structure of salt doesn't change over time. Its sodium chloride crystals remain stable indefinitely. Just protect it from moisture, and it will outlast generations. A 2-pound container will only set you back a couple of dollars at any major grocery store. Salt does more than just season your food. You can use it to preserve meat through curing, brine fish, ferment vegetables, and even clean wounds in an emergency. Your body needs salt to function. Hydration, muscle movement, and nerve signals all depend on sodium. Without salt, nothing works properly. One important note, choose salt without added iodine for long-term storage. Iodized salt has about a 12-month limit because the iodine gradually dissipates. Plain salt lasts forever. Number 18, pemmican. Before there were protein bars and freeze-dried meals, the indigenous peoples of North America created what might be the most perfect survival food in history. Properly prepared, pemmican can last for decades without refrigeration. No special treatment is needed. It just sits there, waiting for you to eat it. The recipe is brilliantly simple. Dried ground meat mixed with rendered animal fat, sometimes with dried berries added for flavor. The result is a compact, high-calorie, nutritionally complete block of energy. You get protein, fats, and carbohydrates all in one serving. You can eat it raw, add it to a stew, or dissolve it in hot water to make a soup. Travelers, hunters, and soldiers lived on pemmican for months at a time. In the USA, you can find ready-made pemmican from survival food companies in outdoor stores like Cabela's or through online retailers like Amazon. Prices typically range from about $10 to $15 per package. During a crisis, when there's no time to cook, having pemmican in your pocket means carrying pure energy. Wherever you go, one piece is all you need to keep moving. Number 17. Honey. Archaeologists found jars of honey in Egyptian tombs dating back over 3,000 years. The honey was still perfectly edible. Just let that sink in for a moment. Honey stored in a sealed jar in a dark place never spoils. It might crystallize over time, but just warm it gently and it returns to its liquid form. A quality honey, like Nature Nate's, available for around $3 to $5 for a 13-ounce jar at stores like Walmart or Kroger, is one of the best investments for your emergency pantry. The secret lies in its chemistry. Honey contains only 17 to 20% water, which is incredibly low. Its high sugar concentration, at around 80%, creates a hypertonic environment that literally pulls the water out of any bacteria or yeast cells that try to grow. Additionally, an enzyme from the bee's saliva called glucose oxidase produces hydrogen peroxide, which acts as a natural antibiotic. Its low pH, between 3 and 4.5, adds yet another layer of protection. Honey is more than just a sweetener. It has antibacterial properties, so you can actually apply it to wounds. It soothes a sore throat and aids digestion. It provides an instant energy boost when you need it most. A spoonful of honey in hard times isn't just about the calories. It's that little piece of comfort that lifts your spirits when everything else seems difficult. Number 16. Soldier's Hardtack. This is quite literally war bread. It's rock hard, tasteless, and nearly impossible to chew. And that is precisely why soldiers have relied on it for centuries. There are documented cases of hardtack being eaten over 100 years after it was baked. That's not an exaggeration, it's a historical fact. The recipe is absurdly simple: flour, water, and nothing else. The secret lies in the baking process. You bake it for so long that every last bit of moisture is completely gone. The result is a practically indestructible food. You can make your own or buy military-style hardtack from survivalist stores online for around $5 to $8 a package. To eat it, you have to soak it in water, soup, or tea. It softens and becomes edible. On its own, hardtack is not a culinary experience, but when nothing else is available, it marks the difference between starvation and survival. Soldier's Hardtack proves that survival doesn't require luxury. It demands simple, durable solutions. We've covered our first 5 items. If you're finding this information helpful, hit that like button. It really helps me create more videos like this one. Now, let's talk about a product that holds a special secret. Number 15. Whole wheat berries. Wheat flour goes rancid within about 6 months, but whole, unprocessed wheat berries are a completely different story. Stored in an airtight container in a cool, dry place, whole wheat berries from brands like Bob's Red Mill can last for over 30 years. You can find them at health food stores and online retailers for about $2 to $3 a pound. The intact kernel keeps all the nutrients locked inside its natural protective shell. As long as you don't break that shell, everything stays fresh. You can grind them into fresh flour and bake bread. You can cook them like rice and eat them as a whole grain side. But the best part is sprouting. Even without access to fresh vegetables, you can grow fresh sprouts right in your home in just a few days. Sprouts are packed with vitamin C, enzymes, and living nutrients. Having whole grains isn't just about food. It represents complete nutritional independence, the ability to create fresh meals from your own stockpile, no matter what's happening outside. Number 14. Lentils. For thousands of years, lentils have been a dietary staple from the Middle East to Asia. There's a reason they've stood the test of time. Properly stored, lentils can remain edible for up to 30 years. Unlike beans, lentils don't require any pre-soaking before you cook them. This saves time, water, and energy, all of which are critical resources during an emergency. A 1-pound bag costs around $2 to $3 at stores like Walmart or Aldi. Lentils are a plant-based protein powerhouse, containing 24 to 26 grams of protein per 100 grams. They also provide iron, fiber, and complex carbohydrates. Combine lentils with rice, and you get a complete protein that's equivalent to meat. All the essential amino acids are covered. It's inexpensive, lightweight, and requires no refrigeration. A humble product? Yes. An irreplaceable part of a strategic pantry? Absolutely. Before you put them away for long-term storage, it's a smart move to freeze the package for 4 hours, just to kill off any potential insect larvae that might be hiding inside. Number 13. Peanut butter is one of the most complete survival foods in existence, and it also happens to be one of the most delicious. An unopened jar of peanut butter stored in a cool, dark place can easily last for several years without any problems. If you choose a natural version without added oils or sugars, it will last even longer. A jar of a major brand like Jif costs around $3 to $5 in most grocery chains. It's packed with high calories, complete proteins, healthy fats, magnesium, vitamin E, and niacin. Just 2 tablespoons provide nearly 200 calories, which is a powerful dose of energy in a very small portion. You can eat it straight from the jar, spread it on bread, crackers, or hardtack, or add it to oatmeal, smoothies, or sauces. In tough times, having food that actually tastes good makes a huge psychological difference. A spoonful of peanut butter can provide a moment of comfort when everything else seems difficult. Number 12. Canned fish. Think tuna, sardines, mackerel, and herring. These products are your insurance policy for long-term animal protein. When stored properly, canned fish can remain edible for 5 to 10 years, and some varieties last even longer. The canning process sterilizes the contents through high-heat processing above 212 degrees Fahrenheit, which eliminates all bacteria. A hermetically sealed can prevents oxygen and new microorganisms from getting in. Mackerel fillets from a brand like Bumblebee and tomato sauce cost around $2 to $4 for a 6-ounce can at stores like Walmart or Kroger. They're ready to eat straight from the can with absolutely no cooking required. You can add them to salads, stews, and soups, or combine them with rice and pasta for a complete, satisfying meal. Mackerel provides about 206 calories per 100 grams, along with 18 grams of protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamins D and B12. When the cold chain is broken, having access to ready-to-eat protein gives you a massive advantage. Number 11. Military rations, also known as MREs, or meals ready to eat. These were developed for soldiers in the field, but now they're available to everyone. This is the most complete nutritional solution you can find in a single package. With proper storage, MREs can last for 5 to 10 years. Temperature is a major factor. The cooler you keep them, the longer they'll last. Each pack contains everything you need: a main course, side dishes, a dessert, utensils, and even a flameless ration heater. You don't need fire or even boiling water to prepare them. You can find genuine MREs at Army surplus stores and online survival shops for around $8 to $15 per meal. They're compact, durable, and ready in minutes. When the power is out and you have no access to fuel, MREs work flawlessly. In a chaotic situation, being able to have a complete, hot meal in a matter of minutes can be the difference between succumbing to panic and keeping a level head. MREs are more than just food. It's peace of mind, sealed tight in a waterproof package. Now let's look at the products that help you function every single day. Number 10. Powdered milk. Fresh milk spoils in a matter of days, but this white powder in its airtight container is in a completely different league. Properly stored, powdered milk from a brand like Carnation can last for over 20 years, 2 whole decades just waiting in your pantry. A 9.6-ounce container costs around $3 to $5 at Walmart, Kroger, or Target. The dehydration process removes the moisture that causes fresh milk to spoil, leaving behind all the essential nutrients, protein, calcium, and vitamin D. All you have to do is add water, and you have milk ready to go. Use it in your coffee, for cereal, desserts, sauces, and baking. It's an excellent base for creamy soups and an indispensable ingredient in countless recipes. Once opened, be sure to protect it from air and moisture. For the best results, transfer it into smaller containers with oxygen absorbers. Powdered milk provides about 500 calories and 26 grams of protein per 100 grams. When fresh dairy products become unavailable, powdered milk will make a world of difference. Number 9. Instant coffee. During a crisis, calm and morale can be just as important as the food itself. And that's where coffee enters the game. When stored correctly, instant coffee from a brand like Nescafé Taster's Choice can maintain its flavor and potency for more than 20 years. That's 2 decades of caffeine, ready for when you need it most. A 7-ounce jar costs roughly $6 to $10 in any major grocery store. You don't need an espresso machine, filters, or even electricity, just a bit of hot water. Coffee is compact, lightweight, and incredibly easy to transport. The caffeine keeps you alert when you need to stay awake and functional. It also has a mild appetite-suppressing effect, which can help when you need to stretch your food supplies. But the psychological effect is what matters most. A cup of hot coffee on a difficult day brings back a sense of normalcy. It's a small ritual that gives you strength. Instant coffee isn't a luxury, it's a piece of home you can have in any situation. Number 8. White sugar. This might seem like a simple luxury item, but during a crisis, sugar becomes far more important than most people realize. White sugar, when stored in a dry, airtight container, never spoils. It has an infinite shelf life, just like salt. A 4-pound bag of Domino sugar costs about $3 to $4 at any grocery store. Sugar doesn't oxidize, rot, or lose its flavor. For centuries, people have used it as a preservative for fruits, making jams, syrups, and even curing meats. It provides an immediate source of energy, which is invaluable when every single calorie counts. You can add it to tea, oatmeal, baked goods, or even savory dishes for an extra caloric boost. Sugar is also a mood enhancer. When other food is bland and monotonous, a little bit of sweetness can lift the spirits of your entire family. Having sugar in your home isn't just a matter of taste. It's a preservative, an energy source, and an emotional stabilizer all in one. Number 7. Freeze-dried and canned fruit. When a crisis hits, getting your hands on fresh fruit becomes nearly impossible. But there are alternatives that can last for years. Freeze-dried fruits can have a shelf life of up to 25 years, retaining most of their flavor, color, and nutritional value. Canned fruits, on the other hand, typically last 3 to 5 years. The freeze-drying process removes almost all moisture through sublimation, which prevents spoilage and makes the fruit lightweight and easy to store. Perfect for a quick snack. A small package of freeze-dried strawberries from a brand like Thrive Life or Augustin Farms might cost you around $5 to $8 for a small, snack-sized bag at a store like Whole Foods or online. Canned fruits also contain liquid, which can be a valuable source of hydration in an emergency. The vitamin C, natural sugars, and fiber they provide are crucial for maintaining energy and keeping spirits high. When your diet becomes monotonous, fruit adds variety and a touch of pleasure, a functional luxury that enhances your meals and nourishes your body. Number 6. Instant ramen. It's simple, cheap, recognized worldwide, and surprisingly practical in an emergency. When stored in a cool, dry place, instant ramen from a brand like Maruchan or Top Ramen can last up to 10 years. That's a decade's worth of ready-to-go meals. A 5-pack usually costs just a couple of dollars at any grocery store. They require minimal time and resources to prepare. Just add hot water. In a survival situation, calories are a top priority, and ramen noodles deliver them in abundance. You can easily fortify them with canned meat, vegetables, and bouillon cubes. One package plus a little creativity equals a full, satisfying meal. It's best to choose ramen that comes in solid blocks and store them in airtight containers to maximize their shelf life. We have 5 products left, and this next one is my personal favorite. Number 5, rolled oats. They may seem ordinary, but when it comes to nutrition, versatility, and shelf life, rolled oats are an absolute powerhouse. Stored in airtight containers under dry conditions, oats from a brand like Quaker or Bob's Red Mill can last for over 30 years, 3 decades of breakfast. A standard 18-ounce container costs around $4 to $6 at any supermarket. Oats are rich in fiber, iron, protein, and complex carbohydrates, making them an ideal source of long-lasting energy that's released slowly throughout the day. You can prepare them as a warm breakfast with powdered milk and dried fruit, or use them as an ingredient for bread, cookies, and as a thickener for soups. In a pinch, you can even eat them cold with water. Rolled oats also help regulate the digestive system, which becomes crucial when your diet relies heavily on stored supplies. With a little sugar, honey, or cinnamon, you can create a warm, comforting meal from just a few simple ingredients. It's simple, but brilliant. Number 4, bouillon cubes. When ingredients are scarce and flavors become repetitive, these tiny cubes become your culinary lifeline. Bouillon cubes from brands like Knorr or Weiler's can last for 5 to 10 years. They are easy to store, lightweight, and incredibly compact. A box of 12 cubes costs just $2 to $4 at any grocery store. They don't require refrigeration or any complex preparation. Just dissolve one in hot water and you're good to go. They can transform bland rice, lentils, or pasta into a much more flavorful and satisfying meal. With options like chicken, beef, vegetable, and herb, there's a wide variety to choose from, allowing you to add some much-needed diversity to your emergency food pantry. In times of scarcity, adding flavor makes a huge psychological difference. It helps keep morale high when everything else feels bleak. Flavor brings comfort, and these little cubes deliver it instantly. At their low price, there's really no excuse not to have them. Number 3, white vinegar. Few products have as many uses as simple, cheap vinegar, and best of all, it never spoils. Thanks to its high acidity, a standard bottle of Heinz white vinegar has an unlimited shelf life. Bacteria and mold simply can't survive in it. A 32-ounce bottle costs around $1.50 to $3 at any grocery store. You can use it to preserve vegetables through pickling, make salad dressings, tenderize meat, clean surfaces, remove odors, disinfect dishes, and even soothe insect bites. Store it in sealed bottles away from sunlight, and it will last you for years. When commercial products become unavailable, a versatile tool like vinegar is an enormous relief. It's cheap, easy to find, and absolutely indispensable. Number 2, oil and ghee. Every kitchen needs fat for flavor, for cooking, and for absorbing vitamins. Without it, even the best ingredients will feel incomplete. Vegetable oils like sunflower or canola can last for 2 to 3 years if stored properly. But when we talk about extreme longevity, ghee is the undisputed champion. Ghee is clarified butter, with all the water and milk solids removed. It can last for decades without refrigeration if it's sealed tightly. A brand like Nutiva coconut oil costs around $6 to $10 for a 16-ounce jar at places like Walgreens or health food stores. Coconut oil contains over 90% saturated fatty acids, which makes it highly resistant to oxidation. It also contains lauric acid, which has antibacterial properties. It's excellent for high-heat cooking because it doesn't burn like regular butter, and it adds a richness to any dish. Fats provide calories and help your body absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K. In times of limited resources, a spoonful of fat can turn a simple recipe into something hearty and satisfying. Keep a few bottles of oil in your pantry and a jar of ghee as your long-term reserve. And now we've reached the final item, the one I promised at the beginning, perhaps the simplest, but the most important of all. Number 1, bottled water. Yes, it's not food, but it is the single most important item on this entire list. A person can survive for weeks without food. Without water, you have a few days, maybe less. Water isn't just an ingredient for survival. Water is survival. Commercially sealed bottles from a brand like Poland Spring have expiration dates printed on them, but those dates are mainly about the plastic packaging, not the water itself. Stored in a cool, dark place, bottled water can last you for many, many years. A 1.5-liter bottle costs about $1 to $2. Beyond just hydration, water is essential for cooking rice, pasta, and oatmeal, for preparing powdered milk, for making instant soups, and for basic hygiene. The minimum recommendation is 1 gallon of water per person per day. I know, that sounds like a lot, but in a true crisis situation, that is the absolute bare minimum. You should also consider